when I read stories about Uber, Lyft, Rideshare, all those kind of things, there's obviously a lot of negative presses out there. So much. But there's actually a story that came out, and it was kind of hard to go and find, but I saw this pop up on my news feed, and I said, I got to share. Now, as you know, some people use Uber because of the fact that they don't want to drive themselves. They don't want to be drunk drivers. They don't want to be, putting their safety of them and themselves as a danger. They might not be able to get a designated driver to go and drive them home. So some people would go get drunk, and they will go ahead and use an Uber and get them to be driven home. Well, there's some new information that has come out that Uber has saved thousands of lives. This is from the Foundation for Economic Education that put the story out, FEE.org. And a study by two economists at the University of California, Berkeley, examined the impact that Uber has had on alcohol-related traffic deaths and total traffic deaths in the U.S., asking the question, by providing people with a safe, convenient, and relatively inexpensive alternative means of transportation, would Uber reduce drunk driving and traffic deaths? Well, they've learned that Uber has reduced alcohol-related traffic fatalities by 6.1%, or roughly 214 lives in America in 2019. And overall traffic deaths have been reduced 4%, by reducing other forms of dangerous driving, such as driving while very tired. Also equating to 494 lives saved in 2019. Plus, you can also include Lyft doing the same thing. And extrapolating this data across multiple years, we're left with the inescapable conclusion that Uber has saved thousands of American lives, translating to 2.3 to 5.4 billion in economic benefits for consumers. Then there's a bigger takeaway, that rideshare services are awesome. And that a lawful pursuit of profit in a free market is actually not a bad thing, but rather leads profit seekers to help all society. Now, there's a little bit of political stuff that's going on there, which I'm not going to worry about. But we know that Uber tries to do its best. They try to do a lot of things when it comes to the community, offering diversity, equity, inclusion, trying to do what they can in terms of helping, drivers to get benefits when it comes to health or when it comes to education, tuition, paying for it, things like that, based on how often you drive and how much you work with them. There's also that as well. I thought it was kind of interesting when they brought that up, and they brought up this idea. I was like, oh, good. There we go. Uber actually helping out, as a matter of fact. That's all I had on that. I just thought it was kind of interesting. The other thing I wanted to mention about as well is that, the drives have been pretty good as of late doing Uber for myself. Right now, everything's kind of settled down. At the moment, there's not as many rides as I used to get. And what I do get, I'm roughly averaging about $15 an hour, which is where I was before. And sometimes there are some bonuses you can get from Uber for riding so many rides. And that helps quite a bit, but it is kind of tough to kind of keep that up. And, it's just trying to go ahead and, for me, it's always trying to find other things to do and keep myself busy, because I can't help but find something to do and let this just be some easy way to make money, because it is more than you can imagine. Another story that actually was kind of interesting, that Uber now has also announced that they're going to be helping those with a language barrier. They're going to offer free Rosetta Stone language courses to drivers. So The Verge has said Uber is partnering with Rosetta Stone to offer free language lessons to the driver app. Both Uber and Uber Eats drivers can use the feature to learn of any of Rosetta Stone's 24 languages, either get material tailored to common ride-sharing scenarios. Drivers will need to be Gold, Platinum, or Diamond, I'm Platinum, to get into the Uber Pro program in a qualifying country, which includes parts of the Americas, the UK, India, and Spain. And drivers in some countries, including those from the Rosetta program, can request an achievements letter that will help them with job applications. And the practical incentives for Uber are the fact that the more languages this drivers speak, the more likely those drivers are able to get favorable ratings and encourage repeat business. The career incentives could also encourage more drivers to sign up for Uber in the first place, even if they ultimately spend less time in the role. Well, I would love to learn Creole, because we have a lot of Haitian passengers sometimes that I want to be able to go and talk a little bit to and, see what happens. But maybe they'll still kind of give me some crap, because they'll probably say, oh, I'm not saying the words right. Well, anyway, that's how they work out. I'll leave it there, and I'll talk to you next time.